Hmong communities in western Minnesota, Tracy, Marshall, Walnut Grove area, and then also there is a small community in Duluth, Minnesota, and Taylor's Falls, which is just about an hour north of St. Paul. So the Hmong in Minnesota are pretty concentrated in the metro area, but there are a few outstate communities as well. And I just would point out that we know there have been some changes since 2000, and the new refugees from the Wat, 5,000 have moved to Minnesota in the past 2 years or so, and most of them have moved to St. Paul, and to a lesser extent Minneapolis, and then Brooklyn Center, Brooklyn Park. But very strong concentration of the new refugees in St. Paul. However, since 2000, a lot of the Hmong families who've been in Minnesota a while have been moving out to more distant locations, and even exurban areas, even an hour or more from the Minneapolis-St. Paul, such as Elk River or Buffalo, Minnesota, Big Lake, Minnesota, and a little bit closer in Anoka County, Dakota County. So there's really been a lot of dispersion of the Hmong population across the metro area in the last 6 years, according to a lot of the information that we have heard at the center. It's important to understand that the Hmong community in Minnesota is a very diverse community. It's quite a large population, and there's a lot of diversity within that population. So I'd like to give you some examples of diversity within the Minnesota Hmong community, and there are other examples of diversity that we don't have listed here. I mean, there are even other subgroups too, but these are some of the major ones. There's diversity by religion, and we don't have good numbers, but we believe that the people who practice the traditional Hmong religion, the non-Christian part of the population, is still the majority in Minnesota, but there are a growing number of Hmong Christians. And the largest number of Hmong Christians belong to the Alliance Church, and the Alliance Church has been active in Southeast Asia and China, working with Hmong for more than 100 years. So there's some really large Hmong Alliance churches in Minnesota, just like in other states. However, there are also many other Hmong churches of different denominations, Catholic and Lutheran.